Oh, great. We got everybody on the call. We're gonna have a full house today. And today it's not necessarily about AI Masher, but it is about Chrome extensions and why we need some of these Chrome extensions to not only help our marketing and our training and education, but help in SEO. And I discovered a couple of things last week, and I'm going, wow, this is incredible. I've got to share it with everybody. So let me make sure we looks like we're recording. And today is Friday, the February 9th, and I had it as February 12th. It's actually February 9th. Sorry about that, guys. But what I'm going to show you today are tools that I have used. One of them is fairly recent that I started using a couple weeks ago, but they're tools that I use in our daily course of business. And I think Wayne has them, and probably a few of y'all have them already. And if you stay to the end, and if we haven't gone too long, I'm going to show you a bonus one that I've started using. And I kind of alluded to it last Geek Out Friday session, but it is a incredible AI tool. But the three tools I'm going to show you today help with, in addition to they help you educate, train, and kind of summarize everything. So let's go ahead and get started. Wayne, any questions before we get started?
No, everyone's ready.
Cool. Assuming we have a good audio. Okay. So what I'm going to talk to you today about is Scribe, Bubble Up, and ADify. And I think there's free versions on each of them. They're very limited on the free versions. I went ahead and got paid versions on each. Bubble Up is, in fact, I'll start with Bubble Up. Bubble Up is a file folder system. So where you can kind of save links. So think of it as a place to save your bookmarks, your links. But it's more than that. It goes on your phone, and it goes on your desktop or your PC or your Mac. It's a Chrome extension, and you can set up different folders to save things. But that's not the neat part. You could take these folders and roll them up into a mini site. So you actually have a mini site that you can promote with just a simple click, and it's just a bunch of links. Okay. It has real high domain authority because it's through Bubble Up. And as a result, sometimes you're going to own a line on page one of a Google ranking with your Bubble Up website that you've created instantly. Okay. So that's and I save all the time. I save links that go to Bubble Up. In fact, if you have our newsletter, I pull content out of the Bubble Up, out of stuff I've saved for the week, and put it into the newsletter. Easy way to save it. And it works with anytime you're browsing on any device that you have, as long as you have a Chrome browser, it works. Okay. Scribe. I started using this about 2 months ago. And what I'm trying to do is go step-by-step workflows. And if you've seen some of the stuff that we've done, I've got a book coming out called I think it's Content Marketing Workflows or something. I haven't gotten the final title yet. But it is a bunch of workflows on how we do our business. And the reason is I have to train others on how to do our business that may not really understand how to do a job. But if you have step-by-step instructions that they can march through, along with a video, along with a PDF, if they can't figure out between those three formats, then that's probably not the right VA to have. You may need to get another VA. Okay. But I do Scribe is to simplify the actual clicks of the mouse, the screenshots that you're going to. And I know probably most of the people on the call have seen a Scribe. And I'm going to show you today kind of what Scribes look like. Okay. And the final one is one that I found about 3 weeks ago. I was watching one of Julian Goldie's videos that he does live videos just about every day. And he mentioned this tool, and he said, this is one spot on your Google SERPs whenever they're looking for a YouTube video, that you're going to own a spot, an extra spot besides just your video. And I didn't really believe them, but it truly works. Okay, you got to give it a couple of weeks and let it kind of get its own SEO indexing done, but it will index a summary of your YouTube video. So as a result, why do you use these? Is all these are very helpful. In fact, I take the summary. It not only will do key takeaways, but it will do a chapter by chapter for you that you can put inside your YouTube description, and it will hyperlink the jump points in a chapter for you. Very easy to do, and it just takes seconds. Even on the long, hour-long, 2-hour-long Geek Out Fridays, it will do chapter markers for me. So very, very good tool to use, and definitely worth the money. I think I'm paying $100 or $150 for this annually. A Bubble Up, I paid one time, and I've shared it so often that I get all these free monthly credits. So I think I've only paid 1 year for it, and I've had it for a few years. So they have a good referral program. Scribe, this is one I can't live without. It's how we make our training now. Not only do I do a video, but I do a Scribe to go with it. And Scribe will actually rank. You'll see sometimes your Scribe will show up if you put it in a community share inside of Scribe. You'll see it on the first page of ranking too. So if I can give you 3 more links that will show up on a SERP along with your video, along with your page, and here's what I've been doing. I've been taking the Scribe and saving it as I save it as an embed to go on into VidPenguin Productions, into the training or into a workflow, but I also save it as a PDF. And I have noticed that the PDFs, even if they're buried deep in your WordPress media file, they're getting indexed a lot faster than your blog posts are. So I make a PDF with it. So I can get 4 links now, possible 4 links from these 3 Chrome apps. Okay. So I'm going to show you just as proof. Everybody wants to see proof. Wayne, any questions before I go to the proof pages? I caught them off guard. Okay. So I did a video, and I've learned that people don't like my 2-hour videos, or they don't want to watch them, but they like the little 15 or 10-minute videos. So I get a lot of watches on it. Okay. So this is how to use Topical Authority Enhancer and AI Masher. Well, I just typed in Topical Authority Enhancer. Okay. And I'm using Google Incognito, so it's not influenced by my own searches. Okay. This is the way to really check to see what your rankings are. Okay. So I got page 1, number 1 on video. That's great. Cool. I'm beating out some of the other guys. Lori Ballin, she's one I follow. I'm glad that I'm a little bit ahead of her. And then I come down here, and there's my Scribe. Okay. It's shared inside of Scribe. And I'm just going to go into it so you can see what it looks like. So here's what a Scribe looks like. Get your topical authority, click AI Vault, and it's step by step showing you how to do it. And if it has multiple steps, it will create like a little GIF to show you how it works. Click proceed. And then you can even put notes in here and click on Keyword Masher. So I'm kind of walking you through how to use the Topical Authority Enhancer. Click add, the buttons to click. If you'll see, this is where my mouse would land, and it saves it. It does this automatically. It's just recording your clicks in your screens. Okay. And then here's one that's multiple pages. Okay. And this was a long video, but I've got it down to, it's very kind of easy step by step that you can follow along. And I think this was like a 30 or 40-minute video that I shot originally for the training. Okay. Click Bulk Writer, shows you how to put it into ZimWriter. And then when you get to the bottom, I put a little GIF in here, completed. Okay. This is one of the longest ones I have, but it's shared. Okay. So we typed in Google. This is mine. So on page 1, I got 1 already. Come down here. I've got 2. And let's see where these are going. content scale. Sometimes I get in the people also ask boxes. Okay, so Scribe How. Here's my ADify. Remember, that's one of our Chrome extensions. So I own 3 spots already for ADify. And ADify, let's take a look at it. So here's the key insights. There's my video right there. Of course, they're selling their tool, so it's a free link for me. TLDRs and browse other tools. It puts in a Q&A in here that it creates, and it has time-stamped marks, so somebody can jump straight to a video into our video from here. Really, really cool. Okay, so this is shared with the community inside of ADify. You got to make sure it's shared. Okay, so there's 3 links right there. Look at this PDF. This ranks before any of my blog posts ranked. Okay, how to use topical authority enhancer. So there's 4 links inside of this one keyword that are all mine. And this is the PDF from the Scribe. So it's just a long PDF of all the screenshots, all in one long Scribe. Okay. This guy squeaked in here. He's I don't know what he's doing in there, but this is my X, my Twitter. I have been using Twitter for a long time. I got really disappointed when they switched over to X and Elon took over, and we couldn't use it as an auto blogging platform, building auto blogging links. And I got kind of frustrated. And then I started thinking, well, when one door closes, another door opens. The opportunity here is if I click into this, into my X, again, I've been following some other gurus out there, and they said, get the blue mark. Cost me $168 for the year with taxes, everything. Okay. So I'm verified. You have to send in your copy of your driver's license and a picture and all this other stuff. And it takes a few days to get verified. And if you'll notice, I've been putting videos in here. So this is the video of that topical authority enhancer. So what I've noticed is X, because I'm verified, is helping me on that page 1 of Google. It is bringing that video forward. Okay. So guys, what I'm giving you right now, let's count them again. I've got, for that keyword, 2.5 million results. I own a video. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links so far. Okay. Now I come down here. RSS Masher gets ranked as well. Okay. And the videos inside of that. So I have a link here that's outside of the video box links. Okay, so that's 6. That's 6 pages. And I've got an image. There's 7 links right there. It's going to take you over to YouTube. Okay. And occasionally I will find myself in one of these drop downs people also ask. Okay. So there's 7 just on page 1. Okay, well, that's a fluke, Damon. Nobody's going to be searching for that. Yeah, they actually do search for that. And we're getting comments and likes and all that. Okay. So, well, let's take a look at something else just to level up the playing field here. Okay. Amazon product search and AI Masher. Again, I'm on incognito. There's page 1. There's 1 link. Hey, I picked up a 2nd link. I picked up a 3rd link. And I picked up a 4th link. Okay, because I have in AI Masher. Not a lot of searches for this, okay? But what I'm showing you right here is these are very detailed search that I can mention this right here as a anchor text link in any of my PBN networks, okay? So I can send people over and I own this page. There's 4 links right there. 5 links, 6 links, PDF. Hope y'all notice that. 7 links. There's another 8 links right here. 9 links, 10 links. Okay, 11 links. Yeah, I pretty much own this page. Okay. Now, Are there a lot of people searching for this? No, not a lot of people. However, this is more of not an informational. It turns the video shows you how to do it and gives you the link to buy Keyword Masher, AI Masher. So this is my money. I'm training. People come in here and I may make 1 or 2 sales a week. I may make 1 or 2 sales a month off of this. So think of an affiliate product or think of low-hanging fruit that you can own the entire page for that search. Okay. So this is something we've done a long time ago. And I'm going to go into Geek Out Fridays. If you type in Geek Out Fridays, not a lot of searches. Okay. Perfect. Let's put some spaces in there. See how we do there. Okay. I don't want that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice my bubble up. I have a folder. I have a little website folder rolled up. They're called bubble up rolls is what the websites are called. Let's take a look at what they look like. Here's a bubble up roll. I got Geek Out Fridays in here. In fact, I haven't updated it lately. Okay. Now, any of these, some of these are really old ones. Any of these that you go into have links in them to our money sites. Okay. So these are all organic. They're evergreen. They're always going to be out there and they're on this roll up that, of course, I need to update it. So we pretty much own this entire page. I have a Facebook. That's not my Facebook right there. There's a YouTube. There's a couple more geek outs. But whenever I tag anything, I tag it with a hashtag. Okay. So you've seen this in social media is I will tag it just like this. Now I should own every single thing on this page. All the Facebooks. So it's pulling Facebook. Again, it's pulling my X, replay of our best Geek Out Friday show of the year. Here's Facebook images. We own all the images, related searches. You can keep on just scrolling down. This is what I hope everybody kind of gets to is it's not a lot of searches. Okay. But I've got this tagged on just about any social post that I send out or rosin newsletter that I send out. These all turn into money at some point in time. They're all evergreen. So if you're building something, why not build it evergreen to own a keyword? Okay, let's take a look at some other ones. Okay, I did a product comparison, and I want to show you this AAWP versus AFFI product comparison. And I was curious, so I bought both of the plugins to try them out. Ended up getting a refund on that one and keeping AAWP, and we got it for all our sites. This is a great product show box that you could put in a short code, or you could use short codes in ZimWriter, or you can use short codes in our listicle in AI Masher. Okay. And it will create a nice little professional looking box for you. Okay. So I made it into a video. Got some little graphics I made with Canva. Here's the video. Look at this. This is ADify, and I got a short description right at the very top with my ADify. Okay. So it pulled it from what is from the timestamp summary. There's my video. There's my key insights. Here's the TLDR. All this was made just by clicking a button called summary with this plugin. It is worth the money to be so that you can own page 1 of Google. And let's go back. Let's see how many we own on this. There's 1, 2. I kind of count this as that. I love it when it's right at the very top like that. Here's the video. And if I look at the video, let's see how many views we had on it.
Most people have no clue.
And I've got advertising now. I'm getting paid ads on my own site. So I got 407 views on it, and it published a month ago. I mean, I've got 1,000 subscribers. So I don't have a lot of subscribers at all, but I'm amazed at what we're seeing with this. Okay. So let's go back here. There's Matt's. in his exhaustive guide about it. There's my YouTube channel, so it's getting some loving there. And here's YouTube. This is Matt. This is a Geek Out Friday where we talked about it. There's Matt. There's Matt. There's somebody I don't know. And there's Matt again. So this doesn't really, we're using it in AI Masher, but think of this as an affiliate product. If you do an honest review, you put it together and get some graphics and you get your ADify turned on and you can start ranking. We use every one of these I sent through VidPenguin 2. So I've got a little bit of indexing help using VidPenguin 2. But for the most part, my videos, I've been ranking videos for a long, long time. In fact, first time I started was with the speed ranking course with Anthony Ayers. And a few of y'all might remember him. He's selling real estate now in Miami. I think he's doing very well, but good friend of ours. And anyway, he taught how to do speed ranking with videos. And I got so enthralled with doing speed ranking that we came up with our own product called VidPenguin. And then we updated the product with Wayne, and we put a scheduler, a turbo promoter, and poster and all that. And it still works in its new form, but I get to help it a lot with this extra. Here is adding some extra lines from ADify and from YouTube and everything else. So that's that one. And then I did a case study. I wanted to help a friend out who has hot tub services. I'm doing some consulting with him. And it was a case study about SEO and some of the things that we're doing to help him. Okay, now if you'll notice, I just took the title, very long title. Not a lot of people are going to be searching directly for this title. However, I do use it. I use that as an anchor text link in my blog post and in social media posts. Okay, so we can even look at the video and see how many views he has. Okay, guys, I wanted to do a quick case study I did with a client. Okay, so 96 views 3 weeks ago. He has sold 2 hot tub setups off this commercial. How does he know? Because I've got it tagged for him. His average setup, he does pad, electrical, install, and one of them was a pergola. The pergola was, I think, all the setup was about $3,500. The pad and electrical on the other was $2,500. He's made 2 sales off this video. Now, they're not all marketers looking at my case study, but there's people. If I have 80 of them as marketers, YouTube is seeing, hey, this guy's getting a lot of traffic. Let's promote him, maybe for DFW hot tub services, maybe for just hot tub services alone. So we're getting people seeing this video because other people are watching the video that are actually interested in hot tub service. So if you're doing some SEO local for a client, try this. Do SEO case study and then and then you'll impress the client also. He'll go, oh man, I'm getting more calls every day. And of course, the phone number is, I think whenever you play it, the phone number is down here. But I use ADify to summarize it. So let's go back over here. We've got on this one, we have a YouTube, we have X, we have ADify, we have X again. Skip that one. We have something in Facebook. Okay, skip that one, skip that one. And we've got an image right here, image right here, and image right here. So out of the 12 possible positions there, we own 10 of them. Okay. So if you're doing local, this is kind of the backdoor way of owning a page. And it's a long tail keyword. But the client, he sees it as, oh, 1.4 million results. Well, we all know that you're not going to get 1.4 million customers looking at it. But if you can place your video at the very top and then you surround it with all the other links that you've built in, and some people call these parasite SEO, I call them just social links. And we're padding this entire page with this keyword right here. Okay. And we're making money for my client. My client is very happy. Just, just one call pays for the entire year for me, his monthly. So he was happy about that. And he's going to get calls every month on this because people are going to be looking at DFW hot tub services, and they'll be in DFW. And this may come up as number 2 or 3 in the video search, as well as my links and the ADify. Okay. So we're just giving you some SEO boosting power with all this. Hope everybody enjoys this. I'm showing you some SEO tricks that I haven't shown before. Okay. Let's look at this. Amazon product search in AI Masher. Okay. Now, how many people are going to type that in? Probably not a lot, less than 82,000 people or results for this search here. But eventually, let's see if we can get to Amazon product search. This is the King Kong of, of keywords. I'm not going to be anywhere close right now. Okay. But I haven't built any guest posts, no backlinks, no anchor text links outside of everything that I've been doing. So this is all about Amazon. This is a very difficult word to get to. This is not a difficult word to get to. So I can build up views to this. And when I have it in a newsletter, this is the anchor text. And then this is the link that I'm sending them to. Okay. Now, ideally, in the future, what I'm going to be doing is anchor text right here. But then if I own the page, I'm going to send them this Google search. Okay. What this does for me is if somebody types in the Google search or they type this in, it lands on this page and then they have all these options. It's a secondary link for me, but Google is watching how many people are using our tool versus jumping straight into YouTube or a Vimeo video. So you can use this link if you own the entire page. Okay, let's see how many we own. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's not mine. So we're 9, 10, 11, and that one's not mine. So I've got 11 that I own on page 1 out of 13. Pretty dang good, I hope. Hope y'all realize that. Low search volume. But I'm building a page, a Google search page of where I own the entire page. Wayne and I own the entire page. We just started using the ADify. So all our videos from now on, you're going to see a lot more short videos that we're going to ADify, that we're going to embed in our YouTube, in our blogs. So we're going to intentionally embed them into our AI blogs that we're writing and some of the other tools that we're using. But we also send them out, we syndicate them through RSS Masher. So we have an RSS feed coming from RSS Masher, the YouTube. That feed is going in through RSS Masher, and we syndicate it to all our social networks. So we'll have it's a playlist feed. So everything that gets into Geek Out Fridays goes to a syndicated list. Everything in AI Masher demos goes to a syndicated list. Same with case studies. So I have a it's low subscriber rate, but it's high view rate because I have all those long videos, and y'all are helping me. So I appreciate that. When people watch a 2-hour video, even though it's only maybe one person, you get more YouTube love than if somebody only watches 5 minutes of a 2-hour video, or if they're just jumping in and they're watching little YouTube clips. Okay. So I've got some long videos to build up view rate, but I'm using short videos, getting rankings, and then adding to my page here. Okay. Any questions at this point before we start looking at the tools?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was muted before. I was talking to you, but and then I realized I was muted. Can you use that somewhere besides on Scribe?
I use Scribe because it does what we need it to, is a step-by-step screenshots. And then I realized, hey, Scribe's ranking just as well as ADify is. In fact, better. And Scribe will create a PDF for me. So I'm trying to limit, I'm trying to use all the tools to their full capability. There are other tools like Scribe, but Scribe has a high DA authority, high DR authority with Ahrefs. So that indicates that it has some linking power behind its community. So that's, and you'll notice these whenever you're looking at other video links, is you start seeing Scribe How. So I'm always looking, what's showing up with everybody else? Scribe How, ADify, that PDF. That's a buried PDF from January to 2024. I told Wayne this, I said, and Wayne, we talked about this about 6 months ago, is we wondered, should we do PDF ranking? We started this a long time ago we wanted to look at, could we take transcripts from YouTube, make them into PDFs, and then rank them? And we kind of put that project aside, and then we asked that same question when we were building RSS Master, and then we asked that same question with AI Master. Can we rank PDFs? Google, with this EAT algorithm, has come out and said, absolutely, you can rank PDFs, and we're going to help you. So there's ADify. So this is what I kind of, when I'm doing my SEO research, is I'm looking at what are other people ranking for, and how are they ranking? How are they dominating the entire page? And guys, the trick with Twitter is I've got a lot of followers on Twitter, but I did not have the blue check mark. When I got that blue check mark, I just started popping up in Google everywhere. So anyway, I don't know if I answered directly that question, but yes, there are other tools that do like Scribe, but Scribe has good domain authority, so they are in the SEO SERPs. Okay, next question.
Yeah, do you have to have a video for Scribe and ADify?
No. Scribe will do all types of videos. In fact, let's do this.
I think she means, does it only do rank videos? ADify does, doesn't it?
ADify only does videos, yes. And we're testing. Wayne and I, we have moved, in fact, before the call today, I've got a PBN checklist. We have been building, this is kind of on the backstage, and we haven't brought it live to anybody. I think, well, maybe there's 2 or 3 people on call that have seen it. We're building a PBN network, a pretty big network. We've got about 45 to 50 sites that their Moz score is 40 or higher. Their Ahrefs score is usually 10 to 50. And we are using those as guest post links to promote our other money site blogs, our other blogs, our MasterNet blogs, our booster pages. And we're going to open this up probably in a few months for you to, if you like a guest post or a backlink from one of these real high authority PBN networks, we'll make them available to you at a very, very affordable price for AI Master and RSS Master members. But we want to come out and we want to test it first. So what I was showing you earlier is I'm looking for anchor text links that I can put in our AI Master tool that will build a backlink to that entire page using the Google search term, not the direct link to the YouTube or to the blog post. Okay. So if I have if I own the term for Geek Out Fridays, I'm going to send them to the search term in an anchor text link. This methodology is when you're using a tier 1 or tier 2, is we're sending them to the search that we know we own versus a direct link. And because sometimes these direct links may need to be seen in the search first before somebody clicks into the YouTube or before they click into your blog, because then Google sees it as a searched blog instead of a direct link. Okay. So anyway, it's some SEO stuff that we're working on. We may come out with an SEO course, or you may just see it on Geek Out Friday, because we're building the tools behind it to do all this. I'm showing you some early case studies. There's going to be some case studies that we're going to be ranking some of those Zimwriter 2,500 word blogs, or the Scale Nut, or the Surfer articles that are pillar posts, and we're going to surround it with other links. One link on page one is good. You're going to get traffic, but when you can supplement it with other, what I would say, SEO or social SEO links, you stand a better chance of staying on page one than just that single link up there. So we're going to teach you how to get full pages or partial pages of page one, but we're also going to be doing it with our own backlinking service and our own. We have an indexing service that a lot of people don't know about. We put it out in beta. It works great, but we want to add to it. It's not indexing as fast as we want, but it is indexing after about a 14 to 30 day period. Okay. And we'll come out probably this spring or this summer with this tool. It will be far better than Omega Indexer. So I've just kind of put that out to you there. But the idea here is taking some of these other tools that you're going to be using anyway and help you with SEO. Long way to get to a very short answer. Okay. Anything else, Wayne? I can go before.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Okay. I am in Scribe right now. And these are all community share scribes. And somebody asked, how do you do certain things with Scribe? Let's see if I can pull this over also. So I'm just going to make a real quick scribe. And I'm going to go over here to my Canva. And let's just make a project. So I'm going to turn it on, start capture. Now, it's not going to record your audio. Okay. So you can talk, you do whatever you want, but it's not going to record it. So I'm going to create a design, and we're going to go to a whiteboard, and then we'll choose that image. Okay, that looks good. And then we would name it and share it. Click download, and let's make it a PNG, just small PNG, and download. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is complete capture. Just turned off the recorder. Okay, how to create and download a whiteboard design. This is AI, guys. It's pretty amazing. I go into add description. You want AI to generate it, or do you want to write it yourself? Well, let's let AI generate it. Pretty cool. Outline a step-by-step process for creating and downloading a whiteboard design using Canva. This will help in your SEO. We got a description. We got a good title for it. It even puts in a tag for Canva. The scribe is only visible to you. Make any changes, then share it. Okay. Navigate to Canva, create a design. You see my click marks there. And you can edit these if you want. Whiteboard. And let's say that we want to zoom in on this. Okay. So it's going to save that zoomed position. Okay. And I chose that. And let's say I want to add some preparing image. Let's annotate. And we're going to do an arrow. Let's give it a red. And line width. And let's make it medium large. Arrow solid. Okay. So we put an arrow there. And we say done when we're done editing. Pretty easy to see what I just clicked on. And this one, I didn't do anything for me, so I'm just going to delete it. Yep. Click the text field and try and name it. Okay. Now, what I can do here is I'm going to take that, and I'm going to combine them. Okay. Click this text field, type, name it, enter. And I'm going to name design. Okay. Type name it, hit enter. Perfect. Click share, download, click this range. Maybe I could combine these together. So I'll go click, 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 and combine. Okay, so it's making a little GIF for me right here. Okay, and now it's done. I come over here and I'm going to put in a GIF, and I'm going to say finished. We'll put a little SpongeBob in there. Perfect. Okay, done editing. And now I'm going to share. Turn this on. This is the important part. If you want it live, turn that on right there. Okay. Now, from this point on, you can share it, shareable with links. So here's a link that I can give everybody. I'll copy it and I'll put it in chat and everybody can see it. Okay. You saw how easy this is to do this. Okay. But here's the important part. You can do a smart embed. Here's the embed. I'm going to do a flexible frame on it, show a scrolling steps, skip introduction. You can do, change it however you want. Here's the embed snippet, copy it here, share on my community profile. Okay. But this is the power. This is that extra link we were talking about, that PDF. I'm going to export it as a PDF. It'll take a few minutes. You can view it. But this PDF, you will want to load onto your blog as a downloadable link and give it the name the PDF file correctly. So how to create and download a whiteboard design. And I want to save it. Let's see. Yeah, desktop.
To the right, arrow down.
Oh, arrow down. There we go. Okay. So I don't want to save it as that. I want to save it as that right there. Okay. Makes it easier for Google to find. And now I have a PDF that I can put in as a media document to download from any of my blog posts. I can put it on. And if you've been following us, we've been using Notion. You'll see Notion pages, my public pages also are ranking. I didn't show that because it's not a Chrome extension, but I will put this link in a box on a public page on Notion. Okay. We're sharing those Notion docs. Those Notion docs get not only this PDF, but they also get the smart embed. So I'll embed a Scribe and a video on one page on a Notion doc that's public. So I'm getting a real high domain authority in a Notion doc, and I'm sharing it. I share it socially. And I'm finding a lot of people are sharing that Notion doc. In fact, I've got one on custom prompts for ZimWriter. I think it's been shared at least over 300 or 400 times last I checked. And it's stuff I'm not even doing it. But all those Notion docs have a sales pitch down at the bottom of them. I hope y'all are getting the trick here. We're not only content producers, we're marketers and sellers at the same time. So anytime you have a chance to put your link, especially that Google search link, bury it behind an anchor text. Okay. So we've talked about Scribe. Very easy to do. I do it and I create a video at the same time. I just turn on my Camtasia and start recording, and I'll do a Scribe at the same time. Sometimes I forget to turn the Scribe off and I'll have an hour of clicks, and it's really easy to go in and edit. You just delete the ones that you don't want. Okay. Come back over here to community. And so you can look at other people's Scribes in here. Views, how to download an invoice and receipt on ChatGPT billing. Very smart. Really, really cool stuff. Okay. So let's talk about the other one is Bubble Up. So how do I save a file? Let's just go in and go, well, just topical authority enhancer. Okay. Now I want to go in and save this video right here. Actually, let's do Geek Out Fridays because I need to save a few of those anyway. Okay. So if I see something I like, let's do, here's a recent one. Okay, I can click on it, stop it, have an API. And now while I'm in here, I'm going to show you now this has already been summarized, but you just basically hit the summarize button and it puts summarize video over here. Of course, this is a long video, so it's going to take probably a couple minutes. It's probably not the right one to show you, but let's go over to here, RSS Masher, and find a short video. I can't do anything very short. Let's see, your channel, your videos. Let's find another short video I haven't summarized yet. Okay, that's 17 minutes. AI Masher new features. I probably have already done that. Okay, what are Masher sites? That's 13 minutes long. I'm going to go into it. And you have to be in the public view. So I'm going to give you a tip. You can summarize other people. Masher. You can and put them into your link or into your blog post. And we'll just prepare a summary here. This is a different one. Okay, so we have key insights. The sites can be used to create a video view, allow for quick and easy setup, use of Amazon products. Pretty nice. Okay. Now you can save it. You can create a link to it. You can go into your plan, your summarized plan, and you can even change the language. So let's put it in German, Dutch. So here's a way to get some additional SEO love is if you have some foreign language or different language sites, you can start summarizing your video in all the different languages. Very easy to do. But put it back on English. Okay. Now, that was key insights. If you want your chapter markers, timestamp, summary. So here's the summary. Here's chapter markers. And what I do with this is, let's just see, key features, why Masher sites, transcript, feature playlist. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go in and edit. Oops. Copy text. You can do timestamps, full summary, emojis. I'm going to do just a brief summary. Copy text. Edit video. Come down here to the bottom and I'll paste that in there. So there's a TLDR. There's chapter summaries right there and hit save. Okay. So that will eventually show up. What are Masher sites? I don't know how fast that would show up. Let's just test it. Wayne and I test everything. I'm going to go over to the anonymous, incognito. What are Masher sites? There's what are Masher sites. Okay. It hasn't really had time for ADify to do its thing yet. Of course, there's, we've got a pretty strong YouTube channel, and Masher sites is a unique name. So anyway, ADify will show up somewhere in the next week to 2 weeks with it. Okay. So let's go out of this back into here. And okay. So very easy to do the summarize. You just click the little summarize button or summarize video over here, and it's going to build your key insights, your timestamp summary, and it will also summarize your comments down here. So you can use these comments, put them in a blog post or put them in a Medium or a LinkedIn article, and then put the link to your video underneath. A lot of different things that you can do. Here's the complete transcript summarized. Now, I probably wouldn't share that without at least reviewing it first, because sometimes YouTube doesn't understand the Texas drawl. A lot of y'all probably are going, Damon, I don't understand it either. So I always want to test the full summary or the full transcript before I send it out. Okay, so very easy to do all that. Okay, so we have shown you ADify. This is ADify. These are the tools that you build with ADify, and it's building at the same time that page for you, okay? And you can do a lot of different things with this. You may have seen me put key insights in social posts. We do a lot of social syndication and use these, and they have a little, the little emojis that go with it. Does a pretty decent job, and you can certainly tune it up if you want to. It is ADify. And I've got links here. Let's see. vidpenguin.link/ADify. And it's with the capital E.
They're in the chat if they scroll up.
Oh, that you put them in chat for us?
Yeah,
Oh, thank you very much.
I can put them in again.
Yeah. Yeah, they're at the very top. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to visit Bubble Up. So I started over here. I don't want incognito. Let's go right in here. Okay. So I'm going to go back to, okay, this is fine. I'm going to hit share. Now, inside of share, now I'm sending to X. Okay. It's worth your blue check mark as far as SEO goes. But I'm going to look for the little bubble up sign, and I don't see it in there. So I use my Chrome extension instead. Come up here to bubble up, and I'm going to save it. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that let's see. Okay, here we go. It's going to give you the recommended folders, and here's a review later. I have a lot of content in here that I see something I like, and it's, 8 o'clock at night, I'm doing something else. I see it on my phone. I'll just put it in review later. So early in the morning when I get up and I start looking at, what we're kind of planning is I'll look at some of these videos. I'll watch some of the blog posts I've saved or news articles. They're all sitting in review later. But what I'm done is I have all these different folders in here that I have set up. And let's go to, let's see where that one would fit in. What are master sites? And you can see I got CBD, golf, yoga, SEO tools. I'll put it in there. Save in SEO tools. Okay, so this video link is saved in SEO. Now let's go to Bubble Up. That's not what I need. Bubble Up. Enter Bubble Up. Okay, I'm going to search for SEO tools. There it is right there. Okay, so what are master sites? So a lot of these are YouTube videos. A lot of them are just articles that I want to read or that I find interesting. And I put them in here. And then these are folders. So I can put them in SEO here, roles from this folder. And I'm going to come in here and, okay, and let's, carousel view, share role. It's not in here. SEO tools, menu. Okay. I'm going to roll an instant web page. Oh, here we go. Sync folder to roll. I'm going to sync it to that and open roll. Okay. Now, this is a website right here. The landing page website that I will use in promotions. I do this because there's a lot of good information that I save over time, and I'm sharing it with all of y'all. And so this is SEO strategies. If you look at it, there's the one we just put in there. And these are just links. So I can look at, this is a Medium article. This is Search Engine Land, 13 Essentials SEO Skills. So if I ever need article content for a newsletter, or I want to reference a good article that I've already read, well, they're in my bubble ups, and I can send them to this link. So this is Niche Pursuits, very good blog to follow right there. And it all comes out from here. So this is virtually like having your own little SEO landing page site. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. So I will put it out on, in fact, let's just share it to Twitter. Okay. So I'm going to hit post. Very easy to do that, but this gives me some content, some value-added content that I can share with my X, my Twitter. Also pushing it into LinkedIn. So if Google is saying they want Google authority, they want your expert authority with the E, they want to know that you're an authority, that you have an experience, and that people can trust you, is why not share things that you like or that you read or that you're passionate, or in the case of I'm managing some other websites, I have a CBD, I've got a golf, I've got a soccer, I've got a yoga. And so I've got an extra website. That extra website will get ranked on occasion on the same page one as your other articles, as your other videos are getting ranked. Okay. So this is kind of with our EAT algorithm. We're going to show them how to do it. We're going to give them more information. This is the Macy's Santa Claus effect right here. Is you ask where to buy the toy, we're going to tell you the stores to go to buy the toy. And then we're going to summarize it for them. So those 3 tools will do all 3 of these for you. And at the same time, you're building up your EAT algorithm for page 1. Okay. And that's on my X now. So anyway, that's how you do Bubble Up. Real easy. And if you need Bubble Up, Wayne's giving you the link on it. But you roll them up to different folders. So you can selectively choose, I want this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I want to roll it up to roll an instant view web page. So I can create a separate web page just with these 5 links in there. Real easy to do. And I like it because it's very visual. Okay. They have an AI creator. I haven't even used this yet. I want to plan a trip to categories, research, event planning. They're coming out with new things all the time, but I use it to save things, to bookmark things, and to roll them up into instant web pages that I share online as authority builders. Okay. So we have covered those 3 plugins. Any questions?
Do you pay for Bubble Up Premium, Pro, Business, etc.?
I was an early subscriber to it. I pay for the top one, which is, I think at the time it was premium. Let me just see. Maybe I can see inside of Bubble Up, enter Bubble Up, home background, plan and storage, Pro. I'm on a yearly, and they give you a terabyte of yearly, and you can do video streaming from it. I don't even use any of that, but I do share it. And if you get some rewards and referrals, I've got 38 users and 38 referrals that have signed in. So I get like free gigabyte, I get free weeks and everything like that with it. So you can see I've shared it a lot over time. Even if they sign up for free, I think I get 5 gigabytes of storage, but it's not that expensive. That's the thing I really like about it. And it is very visual. This is, in fact, Hollywood gossip rolls from this site. And so you can take some of these are TMZs. Some of them are RSS feeds in here from our sites and from our news site. In fact, this is not one that we're doing RSS feeding into. But then you come in once a month or once every few months and you roll it into a folder. This is probably not a good one to talk about. Workflow processes, GPT. I know SEO has a lot of our content in there. Auto racing, Notion automation tips. Here's one. So we'll make some Notion pages, put them in here, save them in here, and then roll it into a folder. And then that folder, when you share it, you're sharing, hey, these guys are really smart about Notion. And then there's one that I drop in and they go, what's this guy doing in here? He's with all the smart guys. Well, you can place yourself with all the smart guys just by rolling this into a folder or rolling the folder into a role that you build your own Bubble Up page. And then you share that Bubble Up page and you go, hey, I found some really smart guys talking about Notion. And then you're down here at the very bottom. So, Wayne, next question.
When using these techniques for a client, would you use your own accounts or create them for the client?
I would use my own account.
Yeah.
The reason, well, especially with ADify and all these, your clients, sometimes they don't continue on when they should be continuing on. And at that point, then you make the decision, whatever your contract is, about whether you continue to market for them or keep them in your roll-up pages or anything like that. Good question though. It's however you want to do it.
Can you create your own RSS feed from your rollup? I don't think you can you?
I don't think you can. I think we've asked that question back in 2020 when I first started using this. They may have changed. We have not looked at it lately. It would be it's kind of like getting a RSS feed from our booster pages. It'd be a very thin feed. It would just be an image, a title, and a link because it wouldn't have any description with it. But yeah, that's a good question. And they may be connected with Zapier now, and we need to test it. But well, I'll test that and we'll figure it out. What else?
What is the name of the YouTube summarize extension? It's ADify, isn't it?
Yeah, it's ADify. It's ADify. That's the links for them. So just remember, Troy Aikman was number 8. That's how I remember. He has a beer now called 8. It tastes like Coors Light. Next question.
That's it. We're up to speed.
Okay, guys, we're at an hour and 10 minutes. If I can get 5 yeses, I'll go on and I'll keep on going with the bonus app. There's one.
We're
There we go. There we go. Okay. It looks like y'all.
We're laughing because someone actually typed 5 yeses.
5 yeses. That's perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we've gone over 5 now.
Perfect. Hope you're hanging on. Okay. I started showing this last week, and everybody has an AI app of some type, and people go, well, what about HARPA? What about web chat? Try them out. Spend the money. I spend the money. Wayne spends the money, and we spend way too much money on apps and on everything. But we try them out. I spend money on ZimWriter. I spend money on. I'll tell you all the AI writers that we're looking at right now. We have an AI writer, but where I'm going with AI writing, where Wayne and I are going with AI writing, is we want it to not look like we're AI writing a bunch of articles. We want it to look good. We want it to be readable. We want it to be specific and to the point. So we're looking at Koala, Autoblog, Journalist, of course, the Surfer.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we spend money on YouTube Premium. And the reason is I don't want to watch all the commercials. So the only ads showing are ads that are paying us. So that's a good thing. But we spend a lot of money testing tools, our competitor tools, or tools that maybe we can API into, that we can give y'all an API link into a higher quality writing tool. I love ZimWriter. ZimWriter is the base for a lot of content that we have, but the quality still looks like, to me, it looks like an AI wrote it. I think Matt is working harder than anybody else out there to improve the quality of his tool. But there are other tools out there, and you won't know about them until you go out and spend the money on them and test them yourself. And we're trying. One of the things I can compliment Wayne so much on is we can go and find the best tool out there. And Wayne, can you do this? We can take somebody else's tool and not that we're copying it, but can we make it better? What we are really after is the quality of our article. Can we build a pillar post as good as Surfer AI can do it, but specific in recommendations like journalists or Koala writers doing, and that it can be done in seconds or minutes on autopilot. We're doing this all the time behind the scenes. And I hope y'all appreciate that, because a lot of these tools that you see are coming out, we got our eye on them. And not that we can look at every single tool, but we're looking at what everybody else is using and recommending, and we're testing them. So, but anyway, back to what I was talking about was the app. I found an app that I like that is an AI Chrome extension called Max AI ME. So let's take a look at it. Okay. So I'm going to go into, let's go into members.ai master. That's a great place to start, Damon. And I'm going to go into our HTML editor. This is the powerhouse of AI Master. Is you can do articles all day long. You can do 300 articles, in an afternoon on ZimWriter. You can do 300 articles in an afternoon on Content Engine down here. We find this is a little bit easier, but ZimWriter does a great job. The problem is OpenAI puts the word delve in there throughout, firstly, foremostly, and even using our custom prompts, it still likes to put all that stuff in there. And it also misapplies words. It uses words that you would never use in your vocabulary, and it makes it wordy. And a lot of times OpenAI is not to the point. Sometimes you want it just straightforward. Just give me the recommendation. So we were at one point in time, we were sending articles as fast as we made them on ZimWriter or our Content Engine straight into WordPress blogs. And then I started looking at the WordPress blogs and I'm going, I wouldn't read this past the first paragraph because I know it's AI. And it's, 6 sentences in a paragraph. It's big, thick paragraphs. It's not very scannable. Even though we got images in there and videos, we want to make it easier, make it more straightforward. And so what Wayne and I are doing is we spend more time in the HTML editor, in the article publisher. That's funny. Okay, so while we're in here, I will pull up, like we got a lot of these already set to post. Trying to find some that have not been set to post that we still are editing. I guess all these are set to post. And I'm going to come up and use the filter. I'm going to put set to post and doesn't contain. Get all the posted now. What's a good filter?
Type post.
Okay. Here we go. That's perfect. These are great. These are for model train enthusiasts. In fact, there's another Wayne on the call that he's part of our social group. So I have a Facebook page that originally I built this Facebook page. It's a Facebook group, and it's called Model Train Enthusiast. And I started posting videos. This was a video view site originally, and I was posting videos from that to the Facebook group. And I'd get 1 or 2 people subscribing to it a month. Now I'm getting like 3 or 4 people a day subscribing or joining that Facebook group, and they're putting in their own videos and questions about how to do model train stuff. I like model trains. I don't build them myself anymore, but I used to with my kids. And so there's a lot of interesting articles, but these are very low-hanging fruit. You're not competing against professional content marketers. You're competing against a hobbyist that is writing an article, or the guy that is he has a hobby store and he's doing some videos or TikTok. So here's one about how to add realistic smoke and fire effects. Okay. So I've got a featured image, introduction to microscale railroading, incorporating smoke and fire. Okay. So I need some step-by-step guide to adding smoke, adding fire. You can tell this looks like it's probably a ZimWriter article. No, this is probably Content Engine. Okay. But we at Model Mastery are passionate about bringing the most intricate details to life in the world of microscale modeling. Okay. So as soon as I click on it, I'm going to get Grammarly show up. Grammarly's, this is one plugin I'd highly recommend, is get Grammarly Pro. I've got it for my VA. I pay for his subscription, my subscription, and it helps. It really does. I use this to make AI more like I would speak. And we at Model Mastery so I would say it this way: Model Mastery is passionate about bringing this, and creating a miniature world is an art form. Very easy to use. Okay, but let's look at Max. Somebody asked, does Grammarly have a Texas grammar? No, I wish they did. I've asked for it. Okay, so I've highlighted it, And I can come over here, and this is Max AI. Okay. So last week I showed you, hey, I'm going to clear this first. Go here, summary, and I'm going to clear it. Okay. Now it will automatically summarize this for you. Here's the TLD, smoke and fire effects using safe materials and techniques. Here's the key takeaways. So you could use this if you wanted to. Just copy it. TLDR, and I would maybe come here, put this in, make this a H2, and make this a, okay. So let's make this bold. I'm playing around with the format a little bit. So I'm going to make this a quote inside of here, and then let's take this and make it regular paragraph, normal text. Yes. Doing something different in here. I know what I did. Let's just do this. Okay. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to copy it as plain text. Okay. So it's plain text now. Cool. And I'm going to use this. And so I'm going to make that bold, and source. Okay. Now you could leave the source in here if you want, but this is not going to give you anything. It's not a public link. So I'm going to take the source out, and I'm going to take the citation out, and oops. And this looks pretty good. Okay. So I got key takeaways I could put in there. Now I'm going to ask it to summarize page in for a 60-second voiceover in the style Paul Harvey. Let's just see what it does. And now the rest of the story. Okay. So this is interesting. Okay, so I could come down here. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to copy plain text, come down here to the bottom, and you can get really creative. I'm going to put this in the summary right here. And I'm going to go to my 11 labs, and I'm going to do in the style of Paul Harvey, create audio. By using this HTML editor along with Max AI, you can do some really creative things for the summary and for the audio part. But you can also, and as this is working here, you can also tweak your paragraphs a little bit. So let's listen.
Voiceover in the style of Paul Harvey. And now the rest of the story. In the world of model railroading, precision meets passionate model mastery, where intricate detail.
Okay. So you know that you have to come up here, voiceover in the style of Paul Harvey, and take that out. And then you can kind of tweak it as you want in here. But let's come down and let's say that, okay, I've got some spelling and stuff. Let's change this. I'm going to do Alt J, and I want to make it shorter. Okay. Now I'm going to replace that section. Now I made it shorter, and let's do it one more time. I'm going to do Alt J, and I'm going to change the tone, and I'm going to make it straightforward. I love using this straightforward. It takes out some of the fluff that you see a lot of times, that you read a lot of times in the AI, is using straightforward with it. Okay, and now the rest of the story. Okay, and let's do it one more time. I'm going to copy it, come down here, do Alt J, and I'm still going to try to make it a little bit shorter. Okay, replace selection, and I'm going to create a new audio. Somebody said, do it in the style of Clint Eastwood. Okay, here we go.
And now the rest of the story. Model mastery brings miniature worlds to life in model railroading. We pay attention to detail and create immersive experiences. You can even add smoke and fire effects to your miniature realm for added realism.
Okay, so you can kind of see, I'm playing around with the summary part and the chat part of it, but then you can come in here and go, okay, let's go, and let's say we got a TLDR we put in here, and let's just Alt-J it. And you can fix the spelling and grammar, make it longer, change the tone. Let's make this more casual or simplify the language. Simplify it. Many enthusiasts. So it makes that sentence shorter. And then I'm using Grammarly to kind of go back and tweak it and tune it up a little bit. Before we delve into the how-to, guys, that's an AI marker out there. Okay, so I'm gonna just delete that completely. But now I'm going to come in here and Alt-J again, and I'm going to improve the writing. It is important to grasp the fundamentals. That's not what I want. Let's discard that. And let's just simplify it. So I'm reading here a little bit before we replace it. I can simplify it, make it more, let's simplify language on it. It's important to know the fundamentals, power neck. Okay. And model row, okay. I'm going to replace that selection. Okay. And I'll just dismiss that. Okay. Now, if I take that and I go Alt-J again, let's see if we can just expand it now. We've got it to the point where we might like it and make it longer, or you can paraphrase. You can even translate it at this point if you wanted to. Let's make it longer. That's not what I would want. So again, you can discard it. You could try it again. You can continue writing. So let's just do this and J it, and let's make it, and let's improve the writing. Okay, when it comes to it's important to understand. Okay, that sounds good. Continue writing. Okay, now this is giving me a little bit more detail when I continue writing. Non-toxic, water-based. Okay, and let's continue writing a little bit more. So use of sound effects to enhance. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Now the only thing it didn't do is it didn't give me good paragraph breaks, but that's fine. We can make our own paragraph breaks. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I've expanded the content of this, even though it's kind of short, summary fluff. I think we've gotten a little bit more detail, learning about miniature smoke generators, they're water-based vapor. So, and then LED lights. These are the new stuff in model railroading, and the use of sound effects. Okay. So we've got a little bit more detail in here of writing the article, creating fire effects in your miniature. Okay. I would come down here and just kind of tweak it a little bit. Let's improve the writing first. Okay. Let's continue writing. Let's learn what else we can do with fire. We're going to add a crackling sound. This is great, more specific detail in there. Okay. And let's go with continue writing. Okay. This looks okay. So I'm going to just replace these sections, paragraph break it, and we're good to go. Use Grammarly to tune it up a little bit. Okay. Now, at this time is you can build those links that we were talking about in Bubble Up or in that Google search. And let's go back to that. So what are masher sites? We kind of own that page. We also own the Geek Out Fridays page. So what I would do is I copy that link. Somebody asked, how do you build that anchor text link with your Google search? You copy their Google search link up there. And then you would come back over and you would go in here and go, okay, these effects. And, ideally you would want something about effects with that, but then you would make it bold and then hyperlink it and then put that insert link, the Google search in there. Okay. And open a link in new tab. And, whatever text you would want, but that's how you make an anchor text link with the Google search. Okay. I'll take that bolding off. But as you're going through here is you do want to bold some things, and we're fixing our content engine also automatically bolds and We're going to start doing automatic quotes in there also to kind of break it up a little bit. So we're going to be tuning up and tweaking that content a lot in the content engine. So neat stuff. This is Max AI. So we use it inside of our editor. You can use it inside of Google Docs or anything that you can edit. It works with just about everything I've seen except for Gutenberg. Inside of WordPress, it just doesn't replace things automatically. You have to come over here and go copy as plain text and then paste it in, okay? But they've got some custom prompts in here that you can use. They have one-click prompts that you can use. Auto mid-journey generator, create top intelligent article for ranking, human style rewriter. This is a great, just to do it. I think a lot of these are from AIPRM, but that's okay because you get it as part of the Max AI when you buy the Elite program. So just use that link that that Wayne shared with you. Wayne, any questions at this point?
Yeah. Is there a link for Max AI?
Yes. Let's see. Oh, I think I put it on. Yeah, I did. Let's go to, not that one. Yeah, it's right here.
Uh-huh.
And Wayne will add it to the. Jill asked a great question. Y'all are asking really good questions today. Jill asked, can you show how Max AI does stats for an article? Okay, Wayne just added it. Yes. Let's go back into HI editor, HTML editor, come back up here. Okay. Consider incorporating advanced techniques such as synchronized sound effects, combining audio with visual effects. Great. I'm going to Alt-J this and just improve the writing. Okay. Now, I want to take this and replace that selection. And we'll highlight it. I'm going to do Alt-J. For some reason, the plugin is not showing up exactly. Hourglass. Back here. Usually it has an hour. What we're looking for is a magnifying glass. And I'm just going to put it in here. Give me citation sources statement. Oh, that was silly. Yeah, we just go over here to search, AI-powered search. Okay. So I'm going to copy with formatting. Come down here, paste that in there. Okay. In fact, I like this question right here better. So I'm going to delete this. So it's this search right there is what you need. Okay. In fact, let's go all the way. We don't even need a question. We're just going to improve this. You can implement, and I use Grammarly on that, inexpensive sound systems. There's a link. And be careful when you're doing this because sometimes it will remove the hyperlink. So I'm just going to dismiss that and I'm going to dismiss that. Okay. And that one looks good. Okay. So we've got links. We've got a YouTube in here. We got citations. I would probably take out the powered by and I would just leave those in there. Now you can take out, if you want, take out these citations and they're still hyperlinked in here. For some reason, this hyperlink didn't stay. So this YouTube came in there. So these are actual links that are in your site. So if you don't want the full link citation, just delete them because they're already buried in there for you. It makes it really cool because now you sound chips. Another option is use sound recording and reproduction systems designed specifically for model trains. Guys, I did not know that they had some specifically designed for them. So these sound chips are switches and internal movement, and then there's the link to it right there. Free patents online, okay? DF Player Mini. It's a sound module that can create easy. So we're giving them specifics right here about how to ramp up their game. Good question, Jill. Thank you. Any other questions? We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Does Max AI use our chat GPT, or does it resell AI tools in its own credit system?
Very, very good question. Okay. The free version, I think you have to use your own AI. Okay. But let me show you something. I'm just going to clear all that. Over here, these are the ones that are included: Gemini, Claude, and Chat. I have been using Chat with the free version. You've seen me use the 3.5 Turbo. So if I want to go GPT-4 Turbo, you have a temperature scale right here. The content rewrite is going to be using this. Okay. Claude has a pretty good rewriter. So if you wanted to write with Claude, you select it, choose which one you want. We're just going to do Claude 2. So let's go in and look at these effects should be integrated into your scene with a strategic eye for detail. That's bullshit right there. That's AI bullshit. And I'll take that, got it highlighted. I'm going to do my Alt J, and we're going to be using Claude with this to, let's simplify the language. Okay. I think it's better. I don't like this strategic eye for detail. Okay. And sometimes you have to just get rid of the instructions. Now let's come over here to Gemini. This is Google's. It has Gemini Pro. And somebody said it was kind of boring. I found that it will simplify things, and sometimes it makes it more readable. So let's do Alt J. And
it's Bard, really, isn't it? They've renamed it Gemini.
yeah. When adding effects like smoke, pay attention to the details. The amount of smoke, okay. This actually reads a little bit better for fire. Consider its size and location. Small campfire would be contained. Okay, that's kind of obvious. We'll just replace it. Okay. Now, going back here, if you put in your OpenAI API, you can use that. If you have the paid version of Chat GPT, you can use that. And then if you have the API versions, you can put it in. So if you're a paid member, you get all these free. Okay. A paid member to Max AI. If you're not, I think you can put in your third parties and use it. But it's not that expensive, but it does some really cool stuff right in here with these, and the ability to do different things. Safety and longevity are paramount when adding smoke and fire. This is a bunch of AI fluff. Okay, so what I would do is do Alt J. I'm going to use Gemini, and I'm going to come down here and make it straightforward. That's the one I use a lot. Okay, so when adding to your safety and longevity should be your top. Well, it didn't improve it any. I'll discard it. I just don't like that. I would not speak in that term there. Alt J, and let's just simplify the language. Okay, you see it's under beta, so you might want to change. I would probably change it, but let's change it and do Chat GPT 4.5, and we'll put it at balanced. Okay. Now let's get rid of this AI fluff, see if it can do that. Alt J, and change the tone. Straightforward. Making sure they last are safe is most important. I would try again, see if it gave me some. Okay, discard. I'd get rid of all that junk, and then I would just try it again. Sometimes it's trying to help the other AI. Jill asks, can you use GPTs if you have the paid version? I have tried, but I was not successful with figuring it out. What I do use is these other prompts that are down here. Okay, and you can use a prompt right here, and you can ask it at any time a question right in here. Let's try improving this. Let's do it one more time. Alt J, simplify, paraphrase. Not much difference. I mean, okay. But anyway, you can hit continue to keep on writing. So this is kind of like having OpenAI or Chat GPT open as you're doing all this. But I do like the summary feature for kicking in some TLDRs. Microscale model railroading enthusiasts can, and I would probably even rewrite that, Alt-J, let's simplify. Hey, that actually sounds pretty good. That sounds like something I would write. Okay. So cool. It's important to using safe. It is important to make that may sound a little bit better. Okay. Any other questions? This is a really neat tool that we've incorporated into AI Masher that it gives you the ability to really kind of tune up this article before you push it over to your publisher, before you publish it into WordPress. Can you use it to add images? Not at this time. I know that they are putting in a version to add images, but we syndicate our content at the time of publishing. It goes out to an RSS feed, it goes to a webhook, and it goes to booster pages, AI indexer, and all that. So we want to clean it up before it gets syndicated because we don't want it to syndicate a version and then 10 minutes later it's a changed version. So it's your preference on how you do it. Do you do it inside of WordPress or do you do it outside of it in an HTML editor? Okay. Wayne, anything else? We're back to, here's the link to it. And every time somebody signs up, I think I get a free week. So I'm up to a couple of months that I get free. I don't get paid anything. I just get free weeks.
No, I think we've caught up now. Any
Okay.
last questions, guys?
Yep. Yeah. Thank you all very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show and hope you will take some of this and actually put application to it. It's really important that, not only to watch, but to take that first step and take action. So we'll see you in 2 weeks, and that's going to look like the 23rd of February. See you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.